And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. And it was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Well, big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Switch. Run.
A run for Nick Chubb. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Cut. 180. Watch the run.
They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards there, a first down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. 23 yards for the touchdown, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted, was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
58, boys, 58, Mike.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. That's caught out wide by Stills. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28.
That's another Texans 1st down.
Watson on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This will be, 38 yards out. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Whip. Regular. Watch it. Topper. Watch it.
To throw, Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. He finds Beckham, complete. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Give the tackle there to Keon Crossen.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". You can't block me. You can't block me.
Throwing. Mayfield. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Browns drive about to get started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Hey, alert 33. Protein spill. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Hey, high 7.
Out of his end zone, Mayfield will let it go deep for Beckham. It got his man complete. Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 98 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 22-yard line.
58, come on.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. He was looking that time for Stills.
Let's go.
interception. Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Mayfield. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. DeAndre Carter is deep for the Texans. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Lamar Miller, he's at the 50, the 30, 10, touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller in the final seconds of the first half, as his guys are back within a single score. 1 play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This will be taken short. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Mike, watch the screen. Watch the 24. Slam. 24. Check. 31. Check.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded at the 20. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Markevious Mingo gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They run again on first down, Chubb. Markevious Mingo in that time on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Hey, only 33.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, standing right around the midfield stripe. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Here we go.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Back. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They keep it with Miller on first down. Fancy footwork at the 45, and he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I know he ain't got it.
Put it down. Hey, 31.
Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket.
And it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
They run it again with Chubb. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
50%, 19. We got it. 31. Hey, turn it up. Mike, 53. Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Watson. To the catch made by Hopkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at it, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Watson going to give this one to Miller. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Check. He goes to use you.
Again, it's Miller. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll look to throw. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins. In the final minute, and the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, Haywood! Watch it, watch the slant, watch the slant! Watch the slant, watch the slant! Watch the twist! Regular!
Now Mayfield. Open man is Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Mayfield now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
King! Hey, shoot! 59 mark, check, 59. Ricky. Undercut. Point it right.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
20. Down to lose 1. Hey, only 33. Check 59, Mike. Hey, Charlie. 59. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Mayfield to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with time running out. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Browns 21, Texans 17. Austin Seibert to kick off for Cleveland.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be some.
And this will be caught at the 30. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one. Whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
Check, 59. Hurry! Let's go, D. Go! Check 59. Mike is 59.
Back to throw. Going back to Lander. This time he's got him. Complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.